different directions, different angles, things like that. But following on from that, once you start not finding gold on your patch, you can then maybe put a smaller coil on, so maybe one of the 6x8 SETA coils. And then again, we can increase our gain and maybe increase the stabilizer a bit, possibly even put it into sensitive smooth on the front switch. And that will just give us a big boost on the real small bits of gold. They'll produce a nice crisp response by doing that. And again, once you've gotten all of that tiny stuff, you can then stick a bigger coil, like a 19-inch nugget finder on the end of it, and then possibly flick it into the deep setting on the front, which is just a set of default settings to increase your performance on deeper targets.
And I suppose this is the advantage of the GPX series, is you can put a different coil on, switch the settings over and get different timings and sort of thing.
Exactly. So, really, when you're just beginning, it's best not to fiddle with things too much until you start finding gold in multiple places. And that's when playing with settings will help you get a little bit more. And then you can up your gain and up your stabilizer a little bit, possibly even switch to special and use the special smooth timing just to give us a performance boost on tiny targets.
And those little SETA coils are cracking for that.
Yes.
You know, they're not something you go wander in the bush with, but they are for cleaning up stuff. They are sensational, sort of thing.
Exactly.
And then I suppose with all the settings, you can tweak the settings just to get a different effect on the ground. I suppose once you
exactly right.
And then what do you do? Big, I suppose.
After that, once you're confident that you can't get any more small stuff, swap over to something like big 19.
That's a giant coil.
It's a good size. And then what you could do, particularly as a beginner, is switch the detector here onto deep on the front switch. And deep is just a set of factory preset settings to boost up larger, deeper targets.
Okay. So when we talk about GPX, for instance, my opinion is that to do the machine justice, it's a 3-coil machine. Like it's a middle of the road. The general day-to-day, like that 14x6 or a 12-inch round Evo, is a quality coil. And then smaller and larger.
Exactly.
So that's the 45. The other thing you can do to it too is throw a booster on it. Now a booster will enhance those signals, so you can run that threshold a little bit lower.
When using a booster, what I like to do is turn the booster up as loud as you possibly can. And that basically enables you to turn your threshold on the machine down, and that has the effect of really highlighting those small or deep targets. It just makes them jump out at you a bit more. So boosters can be indispensable when you get right into it.
Now, just while we're here, how I've set this machine up, for instance, I am a little bit spoilt by using a wireless machine. So I've set this machine up as a wireless machine. So the battery doesn't sit on the back of my harness. The battery, this is a case that the battery sits in the side. I then run a booster and a speaker. I find that works very well. And that means I've only got the clip onto the harness to support the machine. Where's that clip there? So that clips onto my harness, and I'm not attached to the machine in any way, shape or form. It's just that clip. So I like running it wireless. Makes life so much easier to dig a hole and what have you. Well, Corey, thanks very much for having a chat about this. Of course, these settings, and this is why we've got this here, these settings are available in the shop if you want to call in and pick one up. And that's how we like to run the 45. Thanks very much, guys. If you've got any questions, don't forget our daylight helpline. Feel free to give us that ring on that any time while the sun's up. The number will be right here. Okay, guys, thanks very much.
See you later.